You got everything going today, huh?
Yeah. What's the off-season been like so far?
Well, I haven't done much, to be honest with you. I still think every year after you get kicked out, once everything is done and over, you just try to kind of do nothing. You take walks with the dog and out jogging here, a few times, but that's about it. But it's getting about the time to start back up again. Looking forward to starting the off-season and getting back after it.
Is it hard to watch Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, just knowing how close we were. I haven't really watched any of the games. I've seen some highlight clips here and there, and reading obviously how they're doing. But it's, with the situation we were in, being up 3-1, and then, Game 6 being up, and also in the OT in the last game, it's a tough way to go out, but it's part of sports.
You look at what Grand Rapids is doing right now and the young guys that came in this year. Does it give you more excitement about the immediate future?
Oh, absolutely. But I think just over the course of the year, we had a lot of injuries this year, and the younger guys that came up were given a chance. They really made the most of it. You look at just Tatar, Anderson, Nyquist, Lashoff, DeKaiser when he came in. There's been even Rasak did a great job when he came in, so we know that there's more to come in the minors. And the younger guys have really proven that they can play at a top level. And just the experience they get alone right now in the playoffs has been great.
Were you an auto racing fan, or is this something new to you?
Yeah, I've always been a fan of speed, but I've never been a part of anything like this. I haven't been to any of the NASCAR races. I haven't really watched too much on TV either, to be honest with you. But very excited just to learn more about it, how it works behind the scenes. There's so much more that goes into it than just the drivers trying to fly around the track.
In Sweden, are there a lot of races? Did you ever go to a race as a kid? Or?
I never did. We have rally at home, which is pretty big. So I'd say that's pretty much what we have.
The thing that impresses me.
How good can DeKaiser be?
Is that
I don't think there's a limit really to how good he can be. I don't know if people realize what he did this year, coming in from college and playing the way he did. I don't know if you should be able to do that, to have that big a presence, to be honest with you. Very impressed just how he handles himself, both on and off the ice. Got great work ethic, great attitude. And, the sky's the limit for this guy. That's how good he is.
What is his strengths as a defenseman? What kind of...
He never puts himself in trouble. It kind of felt like he played a little bit like Nick Lidstrom that way. He was just very smart. And just read the situations. He was able to find solutions to the situations, out of the blue. And not a lot of guys can do that coming straight out of college. And really, really impressive.
You talked earlier about the young guys, but it just seems like the system the Wings employ, where the apprenticeship system seems to really work.
Oh, absolutely. I think it has for years. It's just a credit to the whole organization, how Kenny runs the front office. It starts obviously with the right person, the right place, all the way up from Mr. and Mrs. I, and then all the way down. We don't bring guys in and throw them in situations that they're not used to. They come here, they play in the minors, get used to playing in all kinds of situations, whether that it's on the power play or on the PK or last minute, whether you're up a goal or down a goal. They put you in there and make sure that you're ready to take that next step. And when they feel like you are, you've done that already.
It was kind of a transition year this year with a lot of the young guys. How do you feel going forward?
I feel good going forward. I think any way you look at it, from the start of the year, I think there were a lot of people that didn't really know where this team were headed. But we all felt like we still had a good team. We could still do some damage. I think the younger guys, like we talked about, did a great job this year, really taking big strides in the right direction, really proving that they belong here. And I think that's great moving forward, because now everyone knows that there's more to come from this team.
How do you feel about a guy like Val? I mean, he may not be back next year.
I hope he's going to be back. Phil is one of those guys that you don't want to lose. He's a puck possession guy, real good player and a great person, really good in our room. Works hard. He's got all the tools. And hopefully, we'll be able to keep him.
Who do you think that you will be paired with on defense next year? Same.
I don't know. I think that's a good question. I think it's more of a question for Babs, to be honest with you. But I really liked playing with Biggie. I felt like we had a good connection, and I've always felt really good playing with him ever since he got here.
Are you going to enjoy, I'm sorry, playing in the East next year?
It'll be different, for sure. I think it's going to be a little bit different type of game. We'll meet some big, heavy teams like the Boston Bruins, for example. But I'm sure it'll be a little bit different. But at the same time, hopefully we can just kind of keep trying to play our structured game, and that should give us some success.
How did you see Jimmy Howard come into his own this season, shortened season, and in the playoffs? So what do you think that's going to help as far as confidence goes next year?
Well, it's just going to obviously how good he was this year. He was one of the top goalies this year. And every night he played a lot of games this year, and was, if not our best player, but top 2, top 3 every game. Gave us a chance to win every night. And I think that's something he's been doing over the last few years, to be honest with you. It just seemed like he got better and better and better in the playoffs. He really stood on his head and gave us a chance to win every night. So we're happy that he's signed for a few years down the road.
Did he do anything differently coming into this season?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I thought, he was an all-star last year. So, he's been great for a lot of years now. But this year it just felt like he took another step and really established himself among the elite, among goalies in the league.
You played for quite a while now. Does it get harder to get ready, for the next year, physically, or?
No, I don't think I'm at that point yet. Come back in a few years, I might say something different. As of now, I've always enjoyed that part of it. Like working out and getting ready. I think that's part of it, and I've always enjoyed that. I think for me, I feel better when I do something, when I work out, than if I would just be at home on the couch.
Do you get like mountain bike riding and stuff like that, or are you just strictly in the weight room? And...
Most of the time, I'm in the weight room, whatever, or you're out running, but not so much mountain biking. No.
When the finals go on in like the triple overtime game, you stay up and watch the whole thing, or do you
No.
Okay, watch it up?
I haven't watched any of the games, to be honest with you. I follow obviously the score and I read about it and watch the highlights. But it's still, for me, it's still hard to watch. Chicago doing that well, knowing that could have been us. But I'm sure they'll change too. But it's part of the game.
Do then other times when the team that you lost to loses, and then there's 2 other teams, then do you watch like the Stanley Cup Finals, or no, not that either?
Not really. Obviously I'm a big hockey fan. I always follow what's going on. I try not to watch because it's just knowing that we won in 1 year, and anytime you see another team lifting the cup, you just feel like that should have been us.
Are you